welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Morgan and I am a freshman business administration major in college, and today I'm going to walk you guys through all the things I prepared for the spring semester to help my semester go a little bit more smoothly academic wise. So first off, I want to say my fall semester was really great. I'm very grateful that it was very great for being a first time freshman. I ended up with a 3.8, I want to say. I'll probably fact check that later. But I ended up on the dean's list my first semester, so I'm very proud of myself. And this is kind of leading into some of the things that I'm doing this semester to help try and get to a 4.0 status. So first off, the first thing I'm doing, which I didn't do last semester, is I made a academic planner. So far it's not finished because not all of my classes are open yet, but this just goes through, so far it's a total of 36 assignments on here. But this is just all the assignments so far for this semester, and it's going to help me be able to check off things. This includes like homework, tests, essays. It has the due date and how many days left, so I have a little countdown. And once I'm done, I just hit this little checkbox over here and it'll strike it out completely, and so I won't have to worry about it. And then that also affects my charts up here. Once it gets striked out, it takes away from these charts to tell me like how many I have done versus not done, what class has the more homework heavy that I have to worry about, and what type of homework I have most of, or what type of assignment I have most of. Right now that is homework and then tests and quizzes, but like this shows me, okay, what section do I have to worry about the most? Well, not worry about, but what section do I need to be focusing on the most? And this is also sorted by what is due sooner. This is sorted by due date, so the things that are due closer to the due date, they are at the top because they're more of a higher priority than things that are due at a later date. Like for example, my first assignment is due on the 19th, so that is at the very top, and then like at the very bottom are going to be my final exams and other things that aren't due till around March and April, or April and May. So they're going to be a less of a priority right now. They're still a priority, but they're a less priority compared to things that are due in January and February. So that's one of the things I did. I did watch 2 different YouTube videos to help organize. I used one YouTube video as like the base foundation, and then I used another YouTube video to add the decorations and the graphs that you guys saw on the top. So I feel like that's something that's going to be really helpful in keeping me accountable this semester and helping me stay on task and stay focused. And just for reference, for my notes, I'm going to use the same note technique that I used last semester. For reference, this is what my notes from last semester look like. That's the format that I used, and I use that on all of my subjects. This is computer science. No, that's different. This is my business class notes, my history notes, all kinds of things. And some things didn't have notes, like math, writing. I didn't have to take notes on those, so I just have like the syllabi and the other assignments. But I'm going to be using that same format to structure out my notes because it helps. I like the way it is. I like color coding my notes, so each different class has its own separate color, so all the tabs are going to be in a different color. And then also like when I highlight it, because this sticky note shows the different sections between each tab, or like the different lessons. So this is lecture 2 and this is lecture 1, and I sticky note them so it's easier for me to go back in and figure out, okay, we have a test on lecture 3 and 4. Well, here's lecture 3, so I know the next sticky note is going to take me to lecture 4. So that way it's easy for me to study and go back and hold myself accountable with my notes. I also type my notes first and then print them out because I have learned I don't write very fast, so I can't write down and keep up with my teacher and also try to listen to them. So I type what they're saying, or if they have their notes already posted, that is 100 times better, because then I can see the notes and do them later, or I can do the notes in class while I'm listening to them and still be able to comprehend what's saying and like multitask better. So that's the kind of note templates I'm going to try to use this upcoming semester, just because it worked so well with helping me last time and helped me get good grades on my quizzes and my tests, which is something that I was very, very thankful for. Another thing I do is I print out my syllabi. For example, this is one for my freshman ACAD class, which is like the freshman not orientation, but like the freshman welcoming class, like gets you acclimated to college. Every freshman has to take it. I print out the syllabi. I highlight the phone number, the office hours, what time the office hours are, it's like important information. I also go through and highlight how much each assignment is worth, if we have a textbook or not, how they can be reached outside of class, projects, anything major. I go on and highlight that just so I know and I can see the syllabus in my hand. This is kind of tricky because we did have a hurricane, so all the syllabi kind of shifted a little bit, but they didn't shift in enough way to where I had to go back and print out the notes. It was more like some assignments got taken out, so they would just be like, they would post an updated syllabi, and then I would just use the syllabi that I have printed out, and I would cross out things that they have taken out from the old syllabi, which was super duper helpful for me. Another thing I do is that I have a digital calendar, and then also I have a in-person calendar. So this is my digital calendar. This is from GoodNotes. I bought this template because I am not creative enough to make it myself, but this is like a yearly overview. It has sections for each month. There's a section for each month, and there's a week inside that month section. There is a weekly section, then also a daily section. So it helps me keep track of things to like the very hour of the day, which is really helpful. And then I have another calendar. Hold on. I have this calendar. This is for I got it in August. It was a August 2024 till December 2025 calendar, which, kind of took some of the stuff off. I use this calendar to help me keep up to date with everything. Right now, I only have January filled out because I try to take it a month at a time, just so it helps me focus. On the notes section, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but I use different, as I said, I like to color code all my classes. So each class is written off to here and off to the side here in a different color, and then that color corresponds to all the different colors that are all over the calendar, so it helps me do the assignments. Like these red assignments over here, I know that those correlate to my biology 150 class, and so that's why I know when those assignments are due. And then like another thing, this isn't a class, but like the light blue notes that are kind of sprinkled around on the Monday, Wednesdays, and sometimes Fridays, that's times I want to go to the gym, so I just put that down on the calendar. Another thing, just like helping me stay accountable and helping me stay on track. And then I cross off the days as they go, just so it's like, okay, now I know what I need to focus on what day. And other things I do, I like to go to the library. Our library has different little study rooms that you can go in by yourself, close the door. You have your own computer. Some of them have a whiteboard in the back, or they might have like a bulletin board like this. And that's really helpful, so I can just go in the library, sit there, focus, and not be in my own room, which I feel like if I work in my room, I said this in my other video, but it makes me feel less productive because I'm more inclined to get in my bed. So that's also something I do. I go to the library. Last semester I went at least 4 times a week, just because I would go after classes to print my notes, but now that I have my own printer, that might cut down a little bit, but I still want to go at least 2 times a week, mainly probably on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because that's my least busy day, so it'll be easier to just go after that one class, and then also probably on Fridays a little bit, just so I can do like academic recall, study my notes, print if I need to print there. I can print there, even though it costs like 10 cents per page. I'll probably try to stick to printing in my room, but being there just helps me focus. If I have any questions or if I'm writing papers, the librarians are actually very helpful, so that's also another thing I do. But yeah, that's everything I do to help me prepare for this semester, also taking ideas from last semester so I can be well prepared and well rounded for the spring semester to start. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.